And welcome to the Nifty Scrapbooker. This week we're going to be scrapbooking a couple cards. One I'm going to show you how to scrapbook the card, and then the other one I'm going to show you what I've done with my Cricut to show you a new way to use maybe what you would normally use as a title for a page, but make it smaller for a card, greeting card. So we'll be showing you that way. I'll also be showing you how to cut a piece of paper landscape as well as portrait to create two different kinds of cards that open up. So you'll want to check that out too. And don't forget to check back on Friday on my blog at thenifty.wordpress.com. And so you want to go there to hear me talk about this week's layouts. So we'll hope to catch you here again on the blog on Friday, and of course on the video on Monday for the scrapbook layout of next week. So we'll see you again, and welcome to this week's card layout. And welcome to this week's card layout. As I've shown you in weeks past, a good way to make a card is take an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and split it on the short end, so you have two cards. And so what you simply do is you simply just fold it in half. And I found my bone folder. This is what a bone folder looks like. And you just give it a nice hard crease. I usually like to do it on both sides. And see, that way you can open up a card either like this, like a traditional card. You can open up a kit card like this, like a note card. But one other way I want to show you is you can also take your piece of paper and split it down long ways, like I did this piece of paper. What that enables you to do is to make a card this way. You fold it long ways. Go ahead and crease it with your bone folder. And then your card opens either up like this, or as the card I'm going to show you next, it opens sideways like this. As you know, in the last episode, I used a lot of a title out of the Cricut, and so I made this card. It says, "In a Pickle," and it has a nice little pickle there, and I used some scraps for my backgrounds, polka dot paper, and I used some of the scraps for these papers here too to make my pickle. But this is one I did on the fold this way. So that's a great little card I made on the Cricut. So you can use your Cricut to make great cards or great titles. Either one, it will do. But I wanted to kind of hail back to also last week's one. One of the scraps we made out of our scrap one was this shape, this kite shape, and then these triangles. So we're just going to put together a quick little card here. I got my, let's get my folded card here. This is going to be one that opens this way. We got our card already folded. We're going to tape down this one, and I made this just a tad bit smaller, an 1/8 of an inch all the way around, smaller. So we're going to use my tape runner. I got a new tape runner this time. This time it's an Elmer's dot runner, and it works similar to the Scotch one I had. I tend to like it so far. I couldn't find refills for my Scotch one in my area, and so since I wasn't going out of town, I had to make do with what I had. And you can pick these Elmer's dot runners up at your local Walmart. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that, and then we're going to go ahead and tack this down, this triangle, and we're going to put this in the top left corner. Get that lined up right across there. Then I took a piece of white. I'm going to put a tape on it, and we're going to put it right here in the corner, the bottom left corner. And it creates a little gap in between of the red, so that creates like a starburst. And what we're going to do with this one, we're going to create a little message on it. I got some little stamps here, and I got one of my distress inks. This is Vintage Photo. So we're just going to type a little welcome message that says hello. And what we're going to do is we're going to stamp this on the bottom. Let's see, find our E. Here we go. H-E. Find our L. stamp our L. And then I always re-ink if I'm doing a letter twice, just so it doesn't, we get this nice strong look out of it. And then the last one is our O. So it simply says, hello. Isn't that a great greeting card? Just a card for just not a specific purpose, just a card to say hello, or, you know, welcome to the neighborhood kind of thing. And so that's another great card. So we have our sideways card here in a pickle. We got our wake one, and I even did another one where I danced the letters across, as you can see in this blue one. This is just from scraps that I had laying around. And so there's 3 great cards for you to see for this week's card layout. So I hope to see you next week on the Nifty Scrapbooker on Monday, and then I hope to also see you commenting maybe on my blog, as I'll be posting again this Friday. So we hope to see you next week on the Nifty Scrapbooker.